Good morning, students. Today we discuss the sixth chapter in our PS textbook, that is chemical reactions and equations. Chemical reactions and equations. Now in this lesson we discuss the interpreting a balanced chemical equation. Interpreting a balanced chemical equation. Interpreting a balanced chemical equation. All of you students, take your textbooks, page number 96. Page number 96. Interpreting a balanced chemical equation. A chemical equation gives information. A chemical equation gives information about the reactants and products. Chemical equation gives the information about the reactants and products through their symbols and formulae. Through their symbols, we use just symbols of chemicals and formulae of chemicals. Second point, it gives the ratio of molecules of reactants and products. This chemical equation gives the ratios of molecules of reactants and products also. Reactions and products. Yes, the molecular masses are expressed in unified mass U. Molecular mass are expressed in unified mass U according to IUPAC. IUPAC. The relative mass of reactants or products are known from the equation. The relative masses of reactants and the products are known from the chemical equation. From the chemical equation. Okay. The unified mass, molecular masses are expressed in molecular mass is expressed in unified mass denoted by symbol U. The symbol U. If the masses are expressed in grams, then the equation also gives the molar ratios. The equation gives the molar ratios of reactant and product. If we express the weight of or masses of reactants or products in grams, it gives the molar ratio of reactants and products. Molar ratio of reactant products in grams. If gas are involved in any chemical equation, if the gas is involved in any chemical equation, we can equate their masses to their volumes and calculate the volumes of those gases liberated at a given conditions of temperature and pressure using molar mass. Using molar mass in grams. Using molar mass and molar volume relationship. Molar mass or molar volume relationship. Mass volume, that is called mass volume relationship. If any gases is evolved in the any chemical reactions, the molar relation between the molar mass and molar volume, we use molar mass and molar volume relationship. Using molar mass in grams and Avogadro's number. We know Avogadro number is 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23. This is the Avogadro number. He is the Italian scientist. Avogadro number. We can calculate the number of molecules and the number of atoms of different substance from the equation. Once again, using molar mass in grams and Avogadro number, we can calculate the number of molecules and atoms. We can calculate the number of atoms and number of molecules and atoms of different substances from the equation. On either side of reactant side and product side. Okay. Next one, it gives information about the relative masses of reactant and products. It gives the chemical equation also gives the relation between information about the relative masses of reactants and products. Relative masses of reactant and products. From the equation we get mass relationship. First one, mass relationship. First one. Second one, mass volume relationship. Second one, see the page number 97. Third one, volume relationship. Third one, mass volume number of molecules relationship. Fourth one. First one, volume mass relationship. Second one, mass volume relationship. Third one, volume relationship. Fourth one, mass volume number of molecule relationship. Okay, first one mass. First one mass relationship. The second one mass volume relationship. Third one volume relationship. Fourth one mass volume and molecules. Mass volume and molecules relationship. For example, Al plus Fe2O3 gives rise to Al2O3 and Fe. This is unbalanced chemical equation. Example 1 Al plus Fe2O3 iron oxide or iron trioxide gives rise to Al2O3 aluminum trioxide plus Fe. This is the completely unbalanced chemical equation. Unbalanced chemical equation also called skeleton equation. This is the skeleton equation. Now we balance this equation. Here on reactant side there is only one aluminum atom is there, and the product side there are two aluminum atoms there. Put to 2 as a coefficient. 2Al plus Fe2O3 gives rise to Al2O3. There are 3 oxygen atoms present in reactant side and 3 oxygen atoms present in product side. Oxygen atoms are balanced. Now if plus here only one ferrous atom is there in product side. There is Fe2. 2 iron atoms are present in reactant side. So put to 2 as a coefficient 2Fe. This is the balanced chemical equation. This is the balanced equation. Now here atomic mass of aluminum is 27 units. Atomic mass of iron is 56 units. And atomic mass of oxygen is 16 units. So we calculate the masses of reactant side and masses of product side. Okay. Reactant side. There are 2 aluminum atoms are present in reactant side. 2 into mass of aluminum. Mass of aluminum is 27. 2 into 27 plus there are two iron atoms are present. 2 into mass of iron is 56. 2 into 56 plus there are the 3 oxygen atoms are present in reactant side. 3 into mass of oxygen atom is 16. 3 into 16 gives here 2 into mass of aluminum 27 plus 3 into there are 3 oxygen atoms are 3 into mass of oxygen is 16 plus 2 into mass of iron is 56. Here 2 into 27 54 plus 2 into 56 2 into 56 112 2 into 56 112 2 into 56 112 plus 3 into 60 16 3 into 16 48 gives rise to 2 into 27 54 plus 3 into 16 48 plus 2 into 56 112 2 into 56 112 here 50 plus here 112 54 112 48 10 14 4 1 5 6 plus 5 6 plus 11 1 2 12 2 14 sorry 2 14 total mass 214 total mass of reactants 214 here on product side 54 48 and 112 10 14 1 4 1 2 6 11 1 214 so mass of reactants before reaction chemical reaction and mass of products after chemical reaction both are same unified mass U. Here there are 54 grams of aluminum. Here also 54 grams of aluminum. Both are equal. Okay. Suppose that you are asked to calculate the amount of aluminum required to get 1120 kgs of iron by the above reaction. Now we calculate this required iron with aluminum in the next class. Okay, thank you students.